oublier mes peurs, retrouver la terre qui recueille mes pleurs, sur les leurs que je te fais, que je me fais en disant que tout est parfait. Lorsque t'es sur le soupir de mentir, le soupir de remplir de vie qui m'entend, qui d'entraide à tes sons, de toute façon, c'est une histoire de destin, où les héros enfin, où le bien est malsain, dans l'idée de se donner comme où la mort est devenue le sort, de milliers de prophètes sans la défaite de société des autres face à l'évolution d'une centaine de nations qui tout refuseront de survivre au lieu de vivre, 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 le droit de vivre, non de survivre. Vivre. Et ne plus jamais survivre.
Okay, so here we are.
Yes.
I am M.A.D. This is it's so great to see you again.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to have another chat with you again.
That's great. That's great. Well, before we start going all into the questions,
Yes.
First of all, let's get you to introduce yourself for maybe people that don't know you or they haven't seen you in the last episode. If you could introduce yourself, please.
Hi everyone, my name is M.A.D, M.A.D. I'm from Canada and I'm doing a mix of genre in music, rap music, French rap music with sometimes slam, sometimes even I sing a little bit. So I have this eclectic style and I'm just happy to be here.
That's great. That's great. Thank you so much. Because let's start from there before we start digressing in. And you know what brought us to this episode is this new music.
Yeah.
I will let you introduce it, and then I'll go into the question as to you know. So first, if I let you introduce the new track, please. I don't want to mispronounce it. See?
Oh, I'm not afraid of that, but let's go. Pour la culture M.A.D, it's the name of the song. It's the first song on my EP, Du Amer, that have been released in August 26th of this year. And it's about, let's say, the life in general, the choice we have in life, because we have choices, even when we don't think we have. And the first, I think the big one is choosing between if you want to live or if you want to survive. And this is all about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you definitely hit the nail on the head right there. Because that video, so when I take you through my thought process. So when I watched it, yeah, only when I got to the end of the video,
Yes,
then I had to watch it again, because that's when I myself actually felt like, oh, I made a choice to so it was live or survive. You know, I chose maybe to survive. I don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it, but it's something in the color. And I was fine watching in the color that it was. So actually, I got shown that there's an alternative and the end that, oh, this is actually the color. This is color. That wasn't color. That, you know, so I really like that transition of the video, because then I went back to try and start breaking it down, you know. we're global on Power is Radio, and obviously I can't speak every language, but I understand little bits and pieces of it. But it wasn't, that track is not just about understanding little bits and pieces. You need to understand the story. So I had to go back, I have to put the translation on, and there is such a deep, deep message behind it all. So let's just go first to my first question.
Okay.
What is the inspiration behind that? To live or to survive? That title alone says it all.
Yeah. If I start with the title of the song, first of all, when I received just the instrumental, the name of the instrumental was Pour la culture, for the culture. And when I first listened to the instrumental, it was so emotional because I felt like even without words, just the instrumental, just the sounds does the music. And I wanted to give this place to this instrumental. This is why I stick to pour la culture, like if it was a person, if I was doing a collab, because for me, it was about pour la culture, the song, and a collab with me, even if it's not a person. Because like I said, the song takes so much place, even just with the music, you can feel something. This is why I just stick to it, and I just put my name like I was doing a collab with someone. After that, for the text, it's I wrote this I said a couple of years ago. It's not new, and I kept it for myself in my office, and I just leave it here because I didn't know what really to do about it, but it was just I expressed myself, and I just say, okay, I'm gonna leave it here and maybe I'm gonna do something with it. So when I received the instrumental, I was like, okay, I think now the words I've writing can go with it. So I made some adjustment because it's a song, it's not just a text you can just read. And this made Pour la culture M.A.D. After that, for the music video, like you said, I don't want to spoil me too. I want everyone to go see the music video by themselves. But yeah, because in my mind, I thought about it and I was like, I want it to be simple, but I want to feel something deeper. I want everyone to see the story. And this is a thing that I try to do for each music video that I've made. I really try because I'm visual, and I think sometimes if you listen to a music or you just read a text, it's something, but when you have the visual with it, it makes maybe sometimes even brighter what you're trying to express. And it started I knew I wanted to make a music video in a certain type of way, but for the subject, for the story, I think it just came like this. It was really inspiration. And, sometimes you just have to let this inspiration talk à travers, within you, I think you said. And even if it was in November and it was cold and, it was something, but I wanted to do it that way. And I really think the music video gave justice to the music.
It definitely does. As they say, a picture paints 1,000 words.
Yes.
And, it's the infusion, and, that's the beauty of it all, that you don't just think, oh yeah, okay, there's That's the date. Let's just wrap over. Let's just, you took, as you've just even explained your answer, you took each section and worked on each section. Okay, there's the beats, there's the music. How does it go? Okay, there's the lyrics that I've written a while back, now to the video. And, you know, before I go too far, let me come back on that question again.
Yes.
So when you wrote this track 2 years ago, because for me it's more than 2 years ago. Okay. So because it's lyrics are very important. Well, in sort of my line, really. You know, I appreciate the sounds, I appreciate instruments.
Yes.
But if there's lyrics on it, I want to hear it and I want to know what they say. So when you wrote that,
yes,
what was the inspiration? What was going on? Make you come with like so poetic and tells a story without you watching the video?
It was a time in my life who, not long ago, I just get my first apartment, and I was in a relationship, and we were struggling, not necessarily in our couple, but the life. We had difficulties to pay rent, to buy food. We were at the really, we were struggling. And the only thing that we had at this time, it was each other. And you know, sometimes when it's really difficult and you're not prepared for that, you're looking into someone to make you feel better, to give you hopes. It's not bad, but I think it's better if you can just find your own hopes. But at this time, it was like each other looking into our eyes and like just wishing so the other one can do something for us, you know? And this is why I wrote this text, those lyrics now, about the fact that we are struggling and we want to live. I want to live. I don't want to survive. And like I said, even in the lyrics, when we look into our eyes and we are waiting, you know, him or me were waiting like, okay, give me hope. Tell me it's gonna be okay. Tell me it's gonna be all right. And in this world where it's like a little bit, I do the metaphor of Sodom and Gomorrah, when everything goes fast, everyone is running, and you're just here, and you just need to say, why am I running? For what? What am I hoping for? You know, like praying, hoping for someone. If it's not God, it's for a miracle. It's for, you're just and waiting, and you want to get out of the envy and the boringness, like you're boring and all those emotions. And that was the inspiration for the lyrics.
No, that is it's really deep. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. You know, because it brings in that how real it is, your music, you know, how much of your experience you actually shared. The first main video that I watched of yours, the first music, was the one where you're moving out of the mom's house, you know, and you know, and all of that just kind of, it's like a story, like an ongoing story that you're like, oh, I want to listen to the next one now. What's happening? Was, you know, so it's like kind of like, I mean, I'm in that life, like, oh, like I'm gossiping. It's like little over the wall. I can hear, I can listen to what's going on. So let me, okay, do a digression of question then, right? Now, if you have the power to listen in to any room in the world, I mean, any room, like maybe the president's room or the Queen of England's room. But I'm in the UK, so I'm not sure if that's of that much relevance to you. Or like a live set from somewhere. If you could listen in, you have the power to just listen in for 5 minutes. Which room would you listen to? Where would you like to tune into?
It's a really good question. Maybe I will said, but this is not the answer, but maybe I will said, you know, all this, the secrets of society and, you know, the army, government and everything, because for me, I'm sure there are things that we are not aware of, but if I have like 5 minutes to listen to whatever, wherever I want, I will say, like, you know, we call it differently. Some people call it God, Allah, the energy, but for me, it will be just listening to, if I can say, but the word is not exact, but if I can say the nature, the energy, just what's the invisible that lives all around us. Yeah. I don't know if maybe it's a strange answer, but yeah, just to, not the master of the universe, but I'm sure there are sounds that we cannot hear. And I will love to just hear that song. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's it's a really deep answer. I suppose that probably shows the philosophical side of you, because you know, as you started with your answer, as you know, you might want to listen to the government, but then you went deep into you want to listen to the sound that nobody else can hear. Because I think that is an amazing answer, because you know, most people would probably choose something close by.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe, you know, their boss or their, you know, their record manager or their boyfriend or even their husband. You know, people will think close, but it shows that you have a very open mind. Well, definitely well past this universe.
I tried.
Great, very great answer. And so okay, let's go for another question then.
Okay.
This is just trying to find out who you are really. So another question is, if you could be any sort of, well, I know we're animals, we're human, but what would be your spirit animal that, you know, what would it be? Well, if you could be anyone, any of them.
You know what? I prepared myself yesterday for that question because I thought that maybe you were going to ask me. I'm so happy you did, because I have an answer for you. And I think I will go again for the deeper side. Okay, I feel like we are, in a way, animals to humans, you know, and we know we have something inside us. We can call it spirit, someone can call it mind, soul. So to answer your question, I will say no one except me. I just want to go deeper inside my spirit, because I'm my own spirit animal. I don't know how the other species see their existence in this world. But I think that answering maybe, oh, I feel like my spirit animal is a lion or a dragon, will be not fair and respectful for my own spirit, that every day, every second I try to understand and feel more and more. So my own spirit animal is not, it's not about vanity, or no, it's just because I know that the only spirit animal that I can relate to is the one inside my body.
Mm. Nice. Nice. That's really deep answer. Out of the universe thinking. And as I said before, it really does show in your music how much of a deep thinker you are, that you don't just do it just, oh, because it's done this way, let's just do it. Mm-hmm. You're very in tune with yourself. Yeah. And yeah, without saying too much about the video, I would love people to go and see it, because it's absolutely amazing. The music itself is amazing. But there was also something else then that you wrote in about fasting for 3 days, and so did you have to go through that to make sure the project is done?
No, not at all. It's just something that it's been a long time I'm doing. Sometime more like constantly, like more.
Consistently, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't have the time to practice my English since the other interview, so I'm trying my best. Sorry for everyone. My first language is French. No, my first language is the soul, the spirit. I won't go deeper. But yes, the thing is, fasting for me is something that I love doing, because I feel different. I feel more connected to my senses, and I won't go in the part saying, oh, it cleans yourself or anything. I won't go into that. It's just that I just love to remind myself that I'm maybe a body, but I'm also something else than that. And for the music video, it just happened that I decided to do my first 5 days fasting. And and the date for shooting the music video was when I was fasting. And I was like, even if it's cold, even if I'm hungry, and when you do a music video, you have to move. I was like, never mind, I'm just going into it. Does it give a plus to the music video? I think so. I think so, but it was not the idea first. You see, it's Sunday, and I fast every Sunday almost. So right now I'm fasting, water fasting, because sometimes I'm doing even dry fasting. I think before we'll say that, the mind, the spirit, the soul is more important than the body. Now I will more say that they goes along, and we have to give the respect to the body the same we give to the soul, the mind, the spirit. And I feel both are even more connected when I'm fasting. So
that is perfect. That's really deep. You're ticking these deep boxes today, Just getting blown away by your answers. So let's go back to all your different music. Out of all of those tracks you've released, or unreleased,
Mhm.
which one would you say, no, that is my top? That's my favorite.
This is a really hard question. What are you doing to me right now? um, ah, pour la culture X-MAD. Pour la culture X-MAD, yes. It's my favorite, if I can say that.
Because it's it's masterpiece, isn't it?
Oh,
Like
thank you.
brings in a lot of, as you said, the sound, the delivery, the message you get from it, the video, it's absolutely, yeah, no, I would second that. I like very, upbeat, jivey, but with that one, like I've watched it over and over again, and you just each time you listen to the lyrics on it, you feel like, yeah, you definitely relate and you can feel the connection. So no, definitely, I would second that.
I'm
Um,
happy. I'm really happy about that. I really want, people to connect. To express yourself is something, but if people can connect with what you're saying, it's even amazing. So
mm,
if it did it for you with this song, for me, I did what I was supposed to do. Mhm.
Thank you. So, well, I don't want to ask another hard question, but it's just inevitable that you've just released all these great tracks. And okay, we've chosen one now.
Mhm.
Now, we're going to think of a scale of between 7 and 523. And you put all these different songs on different scale. What number would you give your
To
favorites?
pour la culture
Mm,
X-MAD.
say, let me try and pronounce it properly. Now let's say slowly.
Okay. Pour
Pour
la
la
culture
culture
X-MAD.
X mad.
Yes.
That
Pour,
last bit I know how to say. Pour la culture X mad.
yeah.
Yeah? Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Congrats.
Another one added to my vocabulary.
um,
So back to the question between 7 and 532, where will it go on this scale?
I'm a perfectionist, so I will not give this song um, the higher rate because I think even more as an artist, you can always, work it better, and so. I don't know. It's a hard question. And I think it's really difficult to give a note. Do I have to answer the question?
No, you don't. We can break it down, right? To say, will it be
Yeah.
on the higher side? So if we think of the middle of these numbers,
Okay.
will it be on the higher side?
Yeah.
So we know, okay, you're not going to give it the maximum, which, it's always refreshing to hear an artist say that, because otherwise you're telling me that's the best you're going to give me, that's it. After that, sorry, I've reached the sky. This is the limit, But so it's refreshing that we know there's room for improvements. I can't say it, but I would love to hear the next one just to say like, yes, she did say so and she did deliver. So will you say it's on the higher side or on the lower side of
Mhm.
this high number of 500? What was it, 23?
Yes, the higher side, because I can't say I'm not proud of the lyrics. I'm not proud of the instrumental. So yeah, the higher side.
No, absolutely.
To be honest.
Because it is yeah, as you said, well, you said it, it's not your best work. We can look forward to more, but definitely on the high side, most definitely. Or as they say, sky is the limit.
Yes.
So but then somebody else said, why focus on the sky? Why focus on the stars when actually the moon is the focus?
Exactly.
So you're a star, and we know we're going to hear so much more from you. But let me throw in my last verbal question.
Okay.
If you were not doing music,
Yeah.
oh, now I think I kind of know the answer to this, but okay, I'm going to finish it. If you were not doing music, what would you be doing?
Like before doing music, I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to do screenwriting also, and maybe producing, touching all the aspect of the cinema movies industry. And I remember saying to myself that if I don't do this, I don't see myself doing anything else. And right now I'm doing music and I really enjoy it and I really love it. So what I will do, something, I don't know what, but something where I can express myself and keep this artistic touch, but just not doing something artistic to do it. I want, and this was even when I wanted so hard to be an actress, I want to use art, yeah, to help, if I can say in a certain way, to open the eyes of people. It's a way for me to give something to the world. And if I think I can do this even if I'm not in front of a camera, if I'm not in the radio, even if I'm not writing. I think art is something that you can find everywhere. Even if you're growing some mango somewhere, or if you're just lying under a tree, relaxing, your minds go, you can create in so many ways. So I cannot give an exact answer, but I can say that the moment I can create, express myself, and give something to the world for the world to get better, I will do it.
That's really great. That's a full-on answer right there, and we're very glad you're in music, and we're very glad, regardless, you'd always keep sharing that experience with us. You don't have to touch everybody in the world, but as long as, even if it's that one person, and that's what we're doing, hopefully here, to get those music, get those creative side, make sure it gets to the real people that actually need it. So just as we're kind of wrapping up, don't mind if you want to do a little a cappella of the new track or of something else.
No problem. I can perform for you Pour la culture M.A.D on Power Ace Radio. Ready? Vivre. survivre. Vivre et non survivre, toujours sur le qui-vive. Vivre et non survivre dans l'attente du pire. Vivre et non survivre à l'envie de mourir. Vivre. Vivre et non survivre, toujours sur le qui-vive. Vivre et non survivre dans l'attente du pire. Vivre et non survivre à l'envie de mourir. Vivre. Vivre et non survivre. Au cataclysme de l'envie, au cataclysme de l'ennui. Tout chaque jour, oui, je m'enfuis. Tout chaque jour, oui, je m'enfuis. Pour mieux vivre et non survivre. Mon meilleur en espérant l'être sauveur, chaque jour en état de stupeur. Chaque jour en état de stupeur. Je veux vivre. Vivre et non survivre, toujours sur le qui-vive. Vivre et non survivre dans l'attente du pire. Vivre et non survivre à l'envie de mourir. Vivre. Vivre et non survivre, toujours sur le qui-vive. Vivre et non survivre dans l'attente du pire. Vivre et non survivre à l'envie de mourir. Vivre. Vivre et non survivre. Au cataclysme de l'envie, au cataclysme de l'ennui. Tout chaque jour, oui, je m'enfuis. Tout chaque jour, oui, je m'enfuis. Retrouver mon cœur, retrouver mon cœur, retrouver mon cœur. Oublier mes peurs, oublier mes peurs, oublier mes peurs. Retrouver la terre qui recueille mes pleurs, retrouver la terre qui recueille mes pleurs. Sur les leurs que je te fais, que je me fais en disant que tout est parfait. Lorsque tes yeux me supplient de mentir, me supplient de remplir de vie enfant qui dans ta vie a tes sons, à tes sons. Un gouffre sans fait, une histoire de destin où les héros faim, où le bien assis dans l'idée de se donner comment où la mort est devenue le sort. Est devenu le sort. De milliers de prospects sans la défaite de société des autres face à l'évolution d'une centaine de nations qui tout souffriront de survivre au lieu de vivre, de survivre au lieu de vivre. De survivre au lieu de vivre, de survivre au lieu de vivre, le droit de vivre, non de survivre. Vivre, vivre, vivre. Vivre. Et ne plus jamais survivre.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that performance. And it's such a pleasure to have you again on our episode of Meet the Artist. And you know, as you said, there's more in the pipeline. Back to my last question as to so as we're wrapping up, what would you like to say to your viewers?
Yes, I would like to say to them, I know right now, and even before, but we notice it more right now, things can be really difficult with all the pandemics and the holidays coming. Some of you is gonna be maybe alone or don't have the energy, the health, even the money to celebrate if you're celebrating Christmas. But I want you to know that you are not alone. And holidays, it's for just sharing, spreading love. And even if you're alone, you can spread love from a distance and receive it. And if you have the chance to have people around you, don't only take holidays to tell them you love them, but keep enjoying your Christmas. And for the New Year's Eve coming too, it's a good time to just do a little introspection too. So I'm sending you love from a distance. I'm sending you good energy. And I want you to know that you are, each one of you, important in this earth. Each one of you, you have your own, if I can say, mission. And don't put yourself on the other side because you want to survive. Living, it's something. Surviving, it's not a way of living. It's not life. So sending you love, like I said, and if you want, you can go watch my music video. You can go listen to the song Pour la culture M.A.D. and all the other songs on my EP, Do Amer. They are on Spotify. They are on each platforms of streaming. And since then, see you soon with another project for the New Year's.
Absolutely, we'll be looking forward to that. It's been a real pleasure. But since we're here and we talked about Christmas, and might as well ask my last question.
Okay.
As to on this beautiful Christmas tree of mine, been decorating it with different things. We've had presents, we've had the elves, we had little umbrellas. What would you be on this Christmas on this Christmas tree? What would you be? What ornaments would you be on my Christmas tree? And this time you cannot be a figurine of yourself.
That will be so strange. I was thinking, because I could have said a lot. I can say I would love to be, the star or the angel at the top of the tree. But if I can just be the tree himself, if I can just be, sorry, my answers are always deep. I know the tree is not an ornament, but if I have to be an ornament, yes, I would like to be the star, just to shine in the room. But to be the tree is even better, because you're like the roots where everything, it stands solid and people can just relate and grow on it. So I will say the tree, but if I have to be an ornament, of course, the star.
That's an amazing answer, and philosophically answered again, because everybody just want to cling on to it. Like, what is there? I'll just hang on. I'll just hang on. But you're like, it's fine. I will be the tree. You guys just ornament on me. It's fine. I'll carry your weight. Yeah. So no, that's a really deep answer. And it's been a very great interview. Had some really great laughs. Thank you so much for coming, and really can't wait to hear your next project.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And you too, you have this contagious smile and contagious energy, and we can feel the positivity in you. And I think it's great to see other person like this, other people. So stay the same, but work on you too, to be a better person, but just don't go back, just go up. to the moon.
That is the one. Up to the moon it is.
Yes, we're gonna meet there.
We're there. Thank you so much, M.A.D. It's been such a pleasure.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
From Cape to Cairo, Madagascar to Morocco, you're traveling on the airwaves of Power 8 Radio.